Frogs Angels is back with some MLB predictions. Last time wasn't too good.
We were red hot.
We were ice cold. Ice cold. We had ice in our veins,
That is true.
but not in a good way.
Right.
I was 50% though. I'll take it. But anyways, let's get into it. Before we make the picks, we're gonna go on our thoughts on the format. You know, it's a best of 7, and the format. We don't like the format. What do we think about it?
I do not. The format this year is it's 2 games for the higher seed, and then it goes away for 3 games and then back for 2. Me personally, I think that is just such an awful setup. I think it should be 2-2 and then every other 1-1-1.
I mean, I think they do it because it's easier on the teams, less traveling. They can keep going back-to-back days. I understand why they do it, but I almost rather be the away team to start. I almost rather be the underseeded team. And that's why with this first pick, I'm going with the Blue Jays over the Indians. I really like the Indians. They're a good team, but the first 2 games are in Cleveland. I think the Blue Jays pick up probably the second game. If they pick up one of those games, they got 3 straight home games, and I think that gives them the advantage. So that's why I think the Blue Jays win. I'm actually going to go with 4-2.
I think that it's going to be a very good series. I really can see the Indians coming away 2-0 from these first 2 games home, and because pitching wise, they have at least game 1 they have an easy matchup or better matchup, and but I can't see the Jays bats being cold for long, so I'm kind of scared with the Blue Jays getting those 3 games back at home, like you said. But I'm going to say I got the confidence that the Indians will go to Toronto up 2-0. That way, even if they lose 3, they have a chance to come back for 2 more. And that's why I'm going to have to go with the Indians. And we'll say 4-2. Indians Indians win 4-2.
And I got the Jays 4-2. I think if the format was swapped, I would probably be picking the Indians, but I think they pick up 1 in Cleveland, and they'll win. Like I said, they'll probably win 2. They probably can sweep. That could be a 4-1 actually, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm really split on that one. It could go either way. But on to the NL. It is the Cubs and the Dodgers. Same deal. Cubs get the first 2 games home, and then they go 3 straight away. But I still got to go with the Cubs here. I'm leaning towards 4-1 or 4-2. I'm gonna say 4-1. The Cubs are just a much better team, but I can see a 4-2. But yeah. Cubs.
I got to go Cubs as well. I think that the Cubs, I'm going to say 4-1 as well. Reason being, I think the Cubs offense is just, it's too much for the Dodgers to handle. And the only guy that the Dodgers really have to kind of throw at the Cubs would be Kershaw. And he's going to pitch maybe 1 game. He can pitch 1 game, maybe 2 games. Nobody knows anymore. But I can't see him really holding them cold. The Cubs rarely are all shut down, and except for that Giants game, we did see the Cubs were non-existent, their bats, until the 8th inning. So I'm still gonna go Cubs here. I think they can jump up 2-0. I think that's the main thing with both of these series. Whoever jumps up 2-0 should have it. If either team does it, they have a good shot at taking 2 on the road.
Yep. So that means World Series. I have the Jays and the Cubs. I think the Jays would actually be a really scary team for the Cubs to play, but the Cubs has shown that they're a much better team. So for my World Series pick as of now, I still got to lean towards the Cubs, even though the Jays is a scary matchup. I'm gonna say it's another one, 4-1, 4-2. I'm gonna say 4-2, just because the Jays can hit their way into some wins possibly. So I'd say 4-2.
I have obviously the Indians and the Cubs. But my pick for the winner of it all, I'm going to have to say Cubs. I agree with you. I think that the Cubs, they're literally the best team in baseball statistically and offensively, defensively, just in every aspect. And we saw that in the Giants series. Even when you think they're down and out, you can't quit on them.
They showed some sign of struggle, and they still win it. So if they pick it up like we expect them to, and like how they played all year, if they play like that, they ain't gonna lose. So
I agree.
But yeah, that'll do it for this week's picks. As soon as the World Series matchup is set, we will make another prediction video, discuss recap this round and discuss who we think is going to win. So that'll do it for today. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Check out our NFL videos, our gaming videos, and goodbye.
Goodbye.